Okay, so as a Nugu expert, I want to make one thing clear. I know a lot of different groups in the industry, Korean, that is K-pop, and non-K-pop Korean groups, that is K-R&B, K-hip hop, K-trot, etc., like that. And I go researching to K-pop wiki where they list debuts within a year. I also recently started looking at K-hip hop wiki and K-indie wiki because they also list debuts within a year and they also have groups in them. I also look at K profiles where they have, comebacks or debuts or whatever listed for the months of the year for each year. I also recently started looking at K-popping where they list one two groups that are not really listed on K-pop wiki and other websites. And also my dog is running around because he's very energetic, so yeah, so ignore that. I also am sub to many different music distribution channels: Music and New, Danal Entertainment, Stone Music Entertainment, Genie Music, Koboko Music Channel, React Official, Artorrent, BB Playlist, Musa, Puzzle Music, um, who else? Wonder K, Super Sound Bugs, if I didn't mention them, Local High Records, which I don't know if it's a music distribution channel, Rybeat, and plenty of others that I cannot really think of at the moment. I'm sub to them. And I get notifications for different artists for new songs and stuff, and I check it out and then I promote them if I like them. And I also get recommendations for groups as well, and then I go to Google, be it to the Korean websites or to English searches. I go and find out if the group is a newly debuted group or if it's a group that has already debuted and this is their comeback. And what my Google does on my phone and on my computer is that it translates the websites into English for me, because Google Translate has that thing which makes it so much more easier for me to at least research on the group. And then I also, I'm sub to places like Ariang Radio where different artists perform live on the show. And I also, get recommended videos like songs you missed within a month, releases you missed, if releases you might have missed in this month and stuff like that. And because of like music distribution channels, I discovered the group Previous that debuted in 2023. They are a boy group. And because of like these KTube channels that make these videos, songs that you might have missed within a month, I found out about Ickling that debuted in 2023, and also to one of my friends who are KTubers. Meaning, I made friends with them because of KTube. They also did a video where they ranked every debut to happen so far, and they listed the girl group Elfin, which I believe were a performance group first, and they debuted, and I didn't know about them. So I found out to them also about that. And because of Ariang Radio, I found out about a girl group named Crash Nebula. They're not really K-pop, but they're like a jazz sort of girl group. And I found out about them through Ariang Radio live performance, because Ariang Radio brings a lot of unpopular, underrated, or Nugu type artists and groups to perform from all the genres of Korean music, right? So I found out about Crash Nebula, and they also debuted in 2023. And I also found out that music streaming platforms like the Korean ones like Bugs, Melon, and all these sorts of Korean music platforms, they also list down debuts and stuff. And basically they have this whole section where if you search up for a group, the websites are in Korean, by the way, and Google translates the website for me automatically. So when you search up for a group and you go to their official thing, it shows you what was the first album they ever released, and when you go to the album it also shows you which song is the title track, and that's amazing for me if I want to know which group debut song is actually their debut song. And they also have the section, if you go to a group's thing on the music streaming platform and you go all the way down, I found out recently that they have this whole section where they show different groups that debuted maybe in the same year, maybe in the last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and through that I found out groups that debuted. I found out a group which is more of a producer group. They named Bads. They collabed with Alexa on a song which I think is their debut song. I found out about Blank, which is a co-ed group, and I found out about one two more groups that actually debuted in 2022 and 2021, the years I started doing the actual ranking of all the debuts, and I found out about groups that have already debuted. So through all this research that I do, or found out that I could do to all these different things, I actually have a lot of noble knowledge, and I found out about a lot of groups, and I know about a lot of groups because I like doing research on so many different groups, and I go to different lengths to find Nugu groups and to find these different Nugu groups. And I find myself, doing a lot of research on these groups. So that's why I actually, take pride in doing my videos because I enjoy them. So if anyone were to steal my videos or like, re-upload my videos, I would get really sad because I go to such lengths to, do research. When I did my 4th gen boy group ranking video, it was a much harder for me than doing 4th gen girl group ranking video, because in my 4th gen girl group ranking video I got 196 girl groups, and for my 4th gen boy group ranking video I wanted to get the same amount of boy groups as I did girl groups, and it was kind of hard because I had to go to such lengths to find boy groups, and it's not as easy because boy groups, I've noticed recently in 2021, 2022, and maybe 2020 and even 2023, it's not a lot of boy groups as compared to girl groups that are debuting and stuff. So that's why it made me really scared, because a lot more girl groups debut than boy groups, as I've noticed. I don't know if it was in the previous generations as well, but like in the 4th generation, like mainly recently, I've seen more girl groups debut than boy groups, so it was really hard. So if anyone were to really steal my videos and claim them as their own, I would get really sad, considering I do a lot of extremely hard research. I don't only look at wikis, I don't really look at K-profiles, I don't really look at K-popping the website. I also look at maybe previous videos I did on different groups related to the idea. I look at different KTube videos. I do all this sort of research and stuff that takes me some time. But even though I am a Nugu expert and I know all these different groups, I don't know every single group in the industry because I get shocked when I see a new group, number one. Number two is I'm mostly well knowledge on 4th gen girl groups and boy groups, and for 3rd gen girl groups and boy groups I'm half knowledge on them, and for 2nd and 1st gen I'm not really knowledge on those Nugu groups and all from the generation, except for maybe like some bigger budgeted groups and maybe 1 2 groups and stuff. I don't even know much about bigger budgeted popular groups from the generation. So if I want to see a group was popular, I'll be like, I don't really know them. So just because I'm a Nugu expert, that doesn't mean I'm knowledge on every single group. It doesn't mean I'm knowledge on every single Nugu song. And also, I'm not knowledge on every single Nugu idol. So I can name Nugu groups like Bunny T, Babies, who else? Ickling, On Air, Trusty, Bex, and all these different Nugu groups. But if you ask me to name the members of the Nugu groups, I will not, because I only know the groups and I only know some of their songs, and I don't really know the members of the groups like Blockchain, Half Moon, Waiting, or YNW, BDC, and all these groups. I know names of groups and I know some of the songs of groups, or maybe all the discography if it's a group that I really like and if they have a small discography, but I don't really know every song from them, every idol to debut amongst Nugu groups. I only know certain idols of the group, and if I stand the group then I know all the members, otherwise I don't. So just because I am a Nugu expert, I'm not a hardcore Nugu expert where I know everything about every group or every song from every group. I'm not that type of Nugu expert. I'm just a Nugu expert who knows different groups. I'm just a Nugu expert who knows some idols of the group, some songs of the group, and if you were to ask me to debunk something or give you song recommendations or something, I would definitely do that. And even when I make these long Nugu videos where I want to make a really long Nugu video, I always tend to forget a group which I want to add in the video if it's related to the video idea. And sometimes sometimes I'm like, I could have added this group in the video once I upload it, but then I'm just like, leave it, because now what's the point of deleting the video, re-editing, adding that group in, because I've already saved the video. It's a really long one. And sometimes these videos become so long that I have to save it in 480p rather than 720p 60 fps, simply because my phone storage cannot handle that much of a big video a lot of the times. And I don't upload in 1080p because I edit on my phone, and my phone cannot handle a 1080p video, and it's much easier for me to edit on my phone since I'm not used to editing on a computer yet. So that's why I mostly edit in 720p 60 fps. So yeah, I am a Nugu expert, but I'm also not a Nugu expert. You may call me a Nugu professional, a Nugu expert, and I think that I deserve the title, but I am not an extreme Nugu expert where I'm like the top number one Nugu expert, everything about every group, every idol, every song, whatever. I just know groups, some songs, and if I stand the group, I know all the members. And if I don't, then I maybe know one member or no member at all, or two members or no member at all. So yeah.